Welcome everybody to this edition of the Credit Union Connection. I'm very excited today to introduce Tori Bandley to y'all. She is the product manager at Atomic. Welcome, Tori. Why don't you give us a little intro about yourself and Atomic?
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you, Sarah. So my name is Tori Bandley. I am a product manager at Atomic Financial. We specialize in connectivity, so specifically payroll connectivity, but moving into merchant accounts with our new product that we'll be discussing today.
Awesome. So first, I know one of the things that's kind of a trend around the globe is open banking. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, happy to talk about that. Essentially, open banking is the practice of securely sharing personal financial data between financial institutions, so banks, credit unions, as well as other trusted third-party service providers. So it's designed to make banking more open, more competitive. It enables consumers to control their data, allowing them to take advantage of a wider range of services and move their financial relationships more easily than what we typically experience in the US today.
Yeah, be nice sometimes to make those moves a little more smoothly for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the CFPB has been working to accelerate the shift to open banking in the United States. And so what should credit unions be considering as they're looking at this?
Yeah, there are some blockers in establishing open banking due to the infrastructure that we have in place in the US, but we are increasingly seeing the CFPB putting pressure on the financial institutions to provide the services that will eventually lead to a shift to open banking. So credit unions should keep this trajectory in mind as they're building out their roadmaps for the year and considering what initiatives to allocate their resources to. Essentially, they should be considering ways to make it easier to help their consumers move and switch bank accounts.
Yeah, hopefully to the credit unions.
And one more thing to know, just the services that are helping to shift to open banking are exactly what Atomic is providing today in the market. And one of the reasons why our customers that are already leveraging our deposit product are extremely interested in this other piece of the puzzle, that being PayLink.
Yeah. And can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So we have our deposit product, which allows a consumer to move over their direct deposit to their new credit union. And the piece of the puzzle that we'll be talking about more is PayLink, which allows the consumer to update where their recurring payments are coming from.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome because, you got to change your Netflix and all that kind of stuff. As well as where your pay comes from, of course, when people switch jobs or switch institutions. So some of this connectivity, some financial institutions are a little wary about it because it does open up members and customers' data to their competitors. So what do you say to that kind of hesitancy?
Yeah, that's a great question. At Atomic, we are very much of the opinion that the consumer data belongs to the consumer. They have the right to use their data as they see fit to access competitive financial services. We know that regulation will need to step in and set those standards for privacy and data security. But I think we can all agree that at the end of the day, we should have the consumer's best interest at heart. And I think we can do that by creating choices and mobility within the financial service industry.
Yeah, and that's what credit unions are all about because they serve members. They do have their best interests at heart, or that's the philosophy. So how urgent do you feel like this open banking trend, if you will, how urgent is it for credit unions in the United States to get acting now?
Yeah. So although the CFPB hasn't put a timeline in place for the new proposed ruling that would help shift to open banking, we do know that it's something that's coming. And I think that having these services in place helps to plan for the future and keep in line with market trends. So as highly user-centric, innovative solutions become the standard in digital banking, they will also be key in remaining competitive in the space. And nobody wants to be left behind.
Right, exactly. And so how does it work? Like, how does something like PayLink work? Explain that to us.
Yeah. It's super simple for the members. So within their mobile banking application, they will launch the Atomic Experience. They'll compile a list of all their recurring payments and services that they pay. So for example, Netflix. Then they'll be asked to log into their Netflix account. And at that time, Atomic is able to update the payment method with either their new bank account or their card information. Most of the update process is happening in the background. So that allows the member to easily update multiple vendors within a single session of Atomic. Additionally, so this new product is supported through our proprietary technology called TrueAuth, which is what allows the consumer to log into their merchants without ever sharing their credentials with Atomic. So as we all know, working in the financial space, the absolute utmost importance of data security and data privacy, we're very happy to be taking advantage of this technology to provide a superior experience for both the member and the credit union.
Yeah, especially as we're heading into cybersecurity month. Definitely something to be aware of. So that's really great. So yeah, do you have estimates of the kind of time that consumers are saving? Is there any, like, what is the benefit for credit unions? Talk a little bit about that more broadly.
Yeah, I believe that speed to account utilization is a key value prop for digital solutions in general, both for the consumer and the credit union. And we all know that the engagement period during that initial period after account opening is super critical to establishing a strong relationship and reducing churn. So there is definitely time saved, as the consumer doesn't need to print a form to move their direct deposit or track down every bill they pay today. The users there, they're onboarding their new account. We should keep them engaged in the moment and allow them to move everything right there and then.
Yeah. It's even more important really for credit unions to keep themselves top of mind, and especially that card top of wallet, if you will, because that, just move all the Amazon and everything to the credit union card, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, yeah, what do you have to say for credit unions and financial institutions more broadly too? Obviously, it's not just credit unions, although that's our primary audience. It's just some final thoughts on the ideas behind the open banking, what's going to be happening, how PayLink fits, what are the benefits to usage for credit unions and others?
Yeah. Like we've talked about, it's that competitive advantage in the space. It's making sure that you are providing services and solutions with the members in mind, to make sure that, as they're shopping around where they want to have their financial relationship, that you are competitive in the space. And we think that allowing members to move their financial relationships can increase their financial well-being. They know what is most important in their financial future. And so allowing them to make the best decisions for them is key. And at Atomic, that's always been, our mission is to provide financial mobility. And we're very excited about PayLink continuing to work towards that effort.
Yeah, definitely important to support the consumers, especially in times of need, and those who need it the most. So appreciate your time today, Tori. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Have a great rest of your day.